There's a lot we can learn from the passing of a baseball player, and it doesn't have much to do with baseball. Good Marc TV morning. A few days ago, former Toronto Blue Jay and Philadelphia Phillies pitcher Roy Halliday passed away when his plane crashed into the ocean just off the coast of Florida. Now, it's not too often that the world focuses on the passing of an athlete and focuses on something other than their athletic achievements. And although he had many, it's incredible how many people are really looking at what he did as a person, what his contribution to the world was outside of sports. And that's why today I want to share with you 5 things we can learn from Roy Halliday. Now, number 1 is to lead by example. And one thing Roy Halliday was famous for was showing up early and leaving late. He was the first one to practice. He led by example. He didn't tell other people what they should be doing. He focused on himself and making himself better, and other people naturally led. Now, in business, I find that there's definitely a shortage of people who are leading by example, but I know that you can do it. You have what it takes to be one of those people, to just kind of focus on what needs to be done and be an inspiration to others, just the way Roy was. Roy Halliday was known as being an intense competitor on the mound, which brings us to number 2, and that is to do your best always. Now, here's what's interesting. A lot of people believe that doing your best means being perfect, but it doesn't. It simply means doing the best you can do. And for some people, doing their best means just getting by or just doing well enough to get the job done, but it's still their best. For other people, doing their best means going above and beyond, doing the best job relative to anybody else. And for Roy Halliday, him pitching, him doing the best he could on the mound made him one of the best pitchers in baseball. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be the best in your industry or what you do, but you know what? If you do the best you can, if at the end of every job you can look back and say, you know what? I gave it my all. I did everything I needed to do, and I did it as well as I could. Well, you'd be surprised just how well you'll be doing relative to everyone else. Number 3 is to have interests outside of your profession. Now, of course, being a baseball player can be a full-time job for, I guess, up to 8, 9, or maybe even 10 months of the year. But the fact is, outside of baseball, Roy Halliday loved fishing, he loved being a pilot, and he was involved in a lot of other things in the community. Baseball wasn't his life. And so many business people, you know, they eat and sleep their business, and they don't sleep much. They're always talking about their business. They're always focused on their business. There's nothing else. And I'm saying, you know what? Life's too short. You got to take a break. You got to have interests outside of your business. Not only will this help you mentally, but trust me, it'll definitely help your business because you'll be more focused, more relaxed, and more refreshed. So you know what? Maybe give the business talk a bit of a rest. Number 4 is to give back, to share, to inspire, to teach. Roy Halliday was heavily involved in the community through his own charity, and he worked with a lot of other charities as well, raising money and awareness for different causes. He was a big part of the community in the cities that he was involved in or that he played in. Now, I'm not saying you have to be out there supporting all kinds of charities and everything, but you know what? Giving back can be different things to different people. It can be speaking to students, or it can be putting on a free clinic, or it can be just teaching those that you encounter, that you become friends with, or that you get to know, and letting them know that they can reach out to you for help without you asking for their credit card all the time. Sometimes just sharing your knowledge and wisdom is enough. And I'm a big fan of paying it forward. So you know what? Maybe if everyone just gave a little bit, we'd all end up with a lot more. And number 5 is putting family first. Roy Halliday, although he was an intense baseball player, a successful baseball player, he always had time for his family, and in many cases brought them with him when he traveled for baseball. Now, I know for a lot of you, traveling may or may not be a big part of what you do, but it's important that your family is the foundation of everything. And I see so many business owners who are traveling all the time, who it drives them crazy to be at home for some reason. They almost brag about how little time they spend at home, or how little time they spend sleeping, or how little time they spend eating with dinner with their family. I don't know what it is. It's like a badge of honor. Well, you know what? I think that's a lot of BS. You got to understand that your family is everything. They'll be there even when the business is gone. Even though Roy Halliday hasn't played professional baseball since 2013, his loss has had a huge impact on the sports world. But it doesn't need to be a total loss if we can pull something out from what he was when he was alive, if we can learn from the kind of person he was and what he brought to the game and to his community. And that's what's important. I think we can pull something out of that and apply it to our own lives and our own business to make us better individuals. Now, if you have any thoughts on this episode, I'd love to hear them. You can post them down below. If you're watching this on Facebook and you want to see more Marc TV episodes, just head over to marctv.net. And if you like what you see and want to know more about upcoming episodes, just click subscribe. So until next time, be well. And remember, there's always ways to do better outside of business, and those will have the greatest impact on ourselves and our relationships, both in and out of our business. Take care.